Hey, welcome back to Darish Zone. This is the second part video of the Recalbox 7.0, the final stable version, which is called Reloaded. It's a powerful name for this release, and I've already showed yesterday the basic option of this distro, and today I will show some other content that I have installed into the base, like CDTV. You see, I've just tested some rooms and the scraper, and the scraper is very efficient. You see at RST. Also, I've added a lot of BIOS to work properly the systems, because you can see there BIOS checking, very complete menu that aware you if the BIOS are installed correctly, and they already installed all the free BIOS, free of copyrights BIOS are already included, but the copyrighted BIOS are not. So just keep in mind that it's a good decision, because some BIOS are copyrighted. It's absurd after all these years, but that's it. You have to consider some, like for example the Kickstart Amiga, someone sell the BIOS, so it's absolutely legit. So consider that some sell the BIOS, so it's perfectly normal if some BIOS is copyrighted, because I repeat, they sell it. So let's back to business. So today I show also the dark version, because you asked for it, the dark version of the default theme, and I show where you can set it. Just go to theme. I've also installed some music made by DZ and free music to show you also the background music player, which was disabled yesterday. So the theme at the moment, there's only available the Recalbox next theme, which is the full theme. On the next days and weeks you will get and you will find a compatible theme made by the community, but the theme needs to be compatible with Recalbox 7. Okay, so on the tab theme config you can select, in that case I've just set darker, so you can select the color of the theme, and you can also set the vertical or horizontal range of the icons, and much more choice to set at your tastes, let's say like that. So this is the dark theme on the similar to Batocera. I just installed some ROMs, like I said, and I want to test the scraper, which is very good. And there's also happy news about the Nintendo 64. I will tell about it later. So PlayStation, for example, I just tried the Dino Crisis, and you can, as you can see, you can scrape the art box and even the video. But not only, you can also download a video optimized for Recalbox, which is a great news. You see there, well, not properly there, but on the scraper main menu, you see there you can select what type of image you want to download. If you want the video, no video, original video, which is the video you can download from the server, the screen scraper server. But there's also the optimized normalized video, which is, I suppose, is just lesser to resolution. So the RPi4, in that case I've tested on RPi4, can can manage better smaller video, you know. And on a minor note, the video have a very visual transition, you see. Okay, Dragon Ball seems to miss the video. Let's try to scrape again. You can also scrape a single game. Keep in mind it is not usual to have a scraper included into a front end, a distro, a retro gaming distro that manage the three type arts like that, and the videos, and optimize the videos. You usually you need an external scraper to do this work. So the video should be at their place, you see, and I think the video is very good on quality wise, even if as I optimize the video. I can also see from the preview. Unfortunately, you cannot use the video of the preview snap as a screensaver like you can do with Battlesera and the RetroPie, but consider the resolution of video is very poor if expanded to the screen, and will turn out very grainy, so it's not a bad decision in my humble opinion. So let's try Dino Crisis, and you see it aware me that some BIOS is missing, but it's not true because the PSX BIOS are there and the game starts. I think that the Recalbox is very strict and they want a specific version of BIOS. So don't be afraid if you see this message, the game starts anyway. And I set 69 ratio, so you see you see the game full screen, not 4/3, but you can not only set 4/3, but you can also download an overlay. It's Dino Crisis, and don't forget, if you open the RetroArch, which is on the most modern look, don't forget with the PSX emulator you can set there. I show keep close, keep just remember that option, which is very important. Check for enhanced resolution, not speed hack. No, not the speed hack. Just enhanced resolution. The speed hack was useful for the Pi3, not Pi4. Just enhanced resolution set on. Then go back, and you have a very improved resolution. The Pi3 was not capable of manage this, to be honest, but the Pi4 is very capable. So
I have encountered no information regarding top secret development of new type weapons.
should be better to skip the intro, because you know.
Okay, this is the first
The intro. I got the intro.
Something's wrong. The lights in the guardhouse are out.
The volume is still a little loud. Don't mind. The volume is low. You cannot skip the scene. I'm sorry. Cutscene. They made the cutscene with so much love, and you cannot skip it. Okay. The volume is still very low. Okay. They also included the 3DO, which is a nice addition, but unfortunately they removed the overclock setting, and on Pi4 for the 3DO overclock is very needed. even that one, it aware me that some BIOS is missing, but it's untrue even that case, because the BIOS are there and the game starts. I just skip all the intro because it's very long, and this is just the Doom for the 3DO, not the best version of Doom, of course. But even if it's not the best version, you have a great arranged soundtrack, which I listened only on 3DO version, to be honest. Fantastic music remixed from the original, but the game is low. Okay, that's it. It's not the best version of Doom. It's good they try to include the 3DO and another option I forgot to show yesterday is the search option, which you enable with the right button. You open this great screen with this rotating keyboard, roller keyboard, very visual, and you can search for the game that you want. For example, I played Dino Crisis before. If I type Dino, you have the game. Imagine that with 20,000 of games, very useful to have a search engine like that, you know? Okay. Let's check Atomic Wave, because Atomic Wave and Naomi are two new systems supported by the RPi4. Let's try some Rush Down, because I have some slowdowns on this game on RetroPie. I want to see if it runs a little better on the Recalbox 7. I still use Flycast emulator, of course, because the base is the same as Dreamcast. Okay. The frame skip may help this game to run better.
Samurai spirits.
This character, some interesting character. Yoha, I think this is a new character. Okay, it's very waifu. Look, the slowdowns. Oh, it's I'm red. Ikaizen first stage.
Airland. Castle Koneru.
It's very slow. Let's see if we can fix that. Pretty unplayable like that. Let's see if we can work around that. When the game is low like that, the first thing you have to do is to check for options. The resolution is a little high. You can also set flycast to the less resolution, but some game may suffer. It's way better to check for frame skip and set do some tests. Let's start with frame skip 1. It's a little better, but can be improved. Basically, you lost some frames to have a more fluid action. Let's try the 2, but it's better to not go further than that. It's still far from middle to me, because this game may very benefit from overclock, but unfortunately on Recalbox you can overclock the Pi4. There's the option is disabled, unfortunately. That very need the Omega mode, like the retro machine image, which is push the processor over 2000 gigahertz. This is just the default frequency of the processor, which is 1400 gigahertz. This is the default frequency of the Pi4. Okay, so it's low. Let's try later. I'll drink a game. Okay, I want to show you the Nintendo 64 because I found an interesting thing. Let's see together. If you go to advanced settings, you can choose the emulator you want for every system. There, just check your system of preference. Nintendo 64 in that case. Okay, and you have the emulator, which is the usual one, like MuPen 64 plus Rise Gliden 64, the MuPen 64 Liberto, but there's also the Parallel, which is an interesting emulator. Let's see together. Should improve very much. Let me disable the sound. I'm afraid that you cannot listen good my voice. So let's try GoldenEye, which is is the hardest game to run and need a very extreme overclocking. So on a default clock, it's very a no-go on RetroPie, but you see it's fluid even on the menus. Let's skip all the intro and sequence and stuff that not interest us. So it works acceptable. And another system which is very improved is OpenBOR, which like Batocera can auto-detect the controller. Let's try the Beats of Rage, which was the very first OpenBOR game released. Okay, in that case, I not set my controller, which is a wireless DualShock 4 controller. I've not set the controller into OpenBOR like you should do on the RetroPie version, but it already recognized my controller. So it's Not a game changer, but it is very, very useful. Of course, the game is not full screen because OpenBOR full screen have to be set into the emulator itself. Cannot be managed from Recalbox main menus, basically. Okay, so OpenBOR is treated like a Libretto emulator, which is great. It's great. I like that. So move on. The PSP, I already showed the PSP. Let's try the RPi4. I just throw in the most complex games to manage. Consider this is a test on RPi4. It seems legit to test games that can push the RPi4 properly. Okay, this is Wipeout. Another game that benefit a little from overclock.
Ready. Go.
And even in that case, it's forced to run without any overclock, so expect some slowdowns.
Mars.
Let's try with setting. If we can fix with some frame skip. You can improve the render resolution, for example. The frame skip is disabled. You see, you have very the frame skip and the resolution. Yes, the resolution is very little clunky. It stutter a little. Ooh. Okay, with the multiplier resolution, the visual are much better, but the game is less full. My humble opinion, a game like the Wipeout need to be. Let's try to keep the frame skip to 1, but the resolution is better to original resolution, which is not good to see. I know, but the game is way more fluid. This is a game with on emulator runs at 60 frames per second. You can see there's some slowdowns, but the game runs 60 frames per second. Whoa! They crashed me. Okay, it's way worse too. It looks way worse, but it runs better.
Shield active.
Shield active. Okay, I don't see so many problems with the original PSP resolution, basically. I'm close to die. I need some
Missile.
item. Oh, missile, and I'm dead. Okay, absorb. You can absorb the item or use the item. If you are low on energy, it's better to absorb the item. Siamo? Are we there?
Disruption bomb.
Destruction bomb. But I have the shield. Race completed.
Gold medal awarded.
Oh, also gold medal awarded. You can exit the PPSSPP game with the usual combination, which is a night edition by the Recalbox team. So we're close to the end. Let's see our very last system. Unfortunately, there's not Saturn. The Saturn is not supported, which is a appropriate decision, because the Saturn is not work so well on the RPi4. It needs very, very high overclock, but it's not run. It's far from ideal, really. So I can understand the decision completely. I completely understand the decision to drop the Saturn. This is Marvel vs. Capcom for Dreamcast. Another game which is a very struggle.
All records are made to be broken. Capcom, here we go.
Struggle.
This is the first Dream event. Great! I knew that group was Millionaire Fighting 2001. It's about to begin. Oh man, are you ready for this? This tournament is held under the free keep rocket, baby. This battle is about to explode. Fight! Wow, they came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
Not very good. Fast. Don't forget all the emulators runs to HD resolution, which is very important. You can push at full HD if you want. You have to edit some files, but they decided to run everything to the HD resolution. I think the RPi4 can push a little further than that, but this is the Funnerburn Alpha. Funnerburn Alpha and MAME are still separated, not like the RetroPie, which offer both the standalone emulator or the merged folder. Yeah, just trying a random game. I don't even have any idea what game is that. Mulan. Okay, all green there. The Jaguar is not, he's one of the new system added, but not Games Works. There's some difficulties. I think I need some BIOS, I'm not sure, but scambiamo. Let's try. Let's see Atari ST. Gemini Wing Atari ST. I wonder what emulator use Atari ST. I think is still Libretro. Yes, correct. This is the Atari Libretro. Not only game works, but only a limited batch. Okay, final thoughts. It's good. I'm a little disappointed that the Recalbox 7 doesn't have the overclock option for the PI4. I think it do not uses the PI4 like it deserve. But is a very solid release. Is the best release if you want to struggle with the settings, because all is already set, and is the most user-friendly release ever. It's still like that, no doubt about that. I still expect more performance for the PI4, because I repeat, the PI4 very need some overclock options, and they, even if I understand the decision, they may try to include the Saturn, some Saturn game on PI4 with the overclock is doable, can be used. It's not perfect, but can be used. I know that the people are very interested on the Saturn on PI4, and the emulator may improve over time, so they might include it on the release, but decided not. Okay, it's fine. It's still fine like that. I absolutely recommend this front end. Just look on the video description to download the link. Don't forget to subscribe to channel, and the thumbs up for this video. Thanks for watching, and we catch up on the next one. Bye bye.